Hi there, I'm Allison Moon, and welcome to day 16 of 90 Days of Self-Publishing. Today I wanted to mention something that I had talked about a little bit on my car ride down, and I figure since I'm on my way back to the Bay Area from Los Angeles on a very hot car ride very soon, I decided that I'd like to talk about finding the right story. This is something that I mentioned in terms of how I was able to stick with something, particularly when I'm the kind of person who doesn't have a whole lot of stick-to-itiveness. And the first thing I mentioned is finding the right story. Now, I blogged about this, so if you're curious about what I mean, you can visit talesofthepack.com/blog to read more about various aspects of things if you're more of a reader than a visual learner. But I want to talk about what finding the right story means to me. I've been a writer for years. I always had a knack for it, and I always had a love for it, but I didn't ever really finish anything. My partner suggested to me when I brought up the idea of lesbian werewolves that it was a really good idea that deserved to be seen through, and once I thought about it, I realized that he was right. I really wanted to write this story. At first, it didn't seem like anything other than a novel, and so I figured, well, might as well make it long. If you're gonna go big. So I started writing it, and I found myself immediately in love with the characters that I was making, and in love with the story that I was telling. The story of Inner Moonlight takes place in a college, very similar to my own, and the arc of the protagonist is very much about my first year at college and being introduced to a whole world of really radical ideas that I had never been exposed to in my upbringing in suburban and rural Ohio. So to me, it was beautiful because it was somewhat personal, but it was also kind of a getting to know you process of learning about these really cool women that were taking on their personalities of their own. So I wanted to share a little bit about that because I think it's really important for you to realize that it's not just about writing a story and sticking with it till the end. I think it's worth the time and effort to find the right story, particularly if you're new to the writing gig. If you don't really feel like you have the chops to do it, I'd say, fool around a little bit with your writing style and find a story that you really love. I mean, by the middle of writing this book, I couldn't wait to get to it. I couldn't wait to finish a chapter. I couldn't wait to continue on the story and see where my characters would go, because I had fallen so in love with them as people. And that makes it easy. That makes writing fun. That makes the process of writing so much more enjoyable than kind of slogging through something that you don't like. So that's my advice, Spend the time and effort necessary to figure out what story means a lot to you, what themes you believe in, and then go from there. If you have the luxury of figuring out what you want to do, why not figure out something that you really want to spend time with? I mean, writing a book is no short process, and so I found people that I like enough that I would want to spend every day with them for a couple of hours for 2 years. That's no small thing. And if you hate your characters, if you hate the story, it's going to become painful, and that's going to show to your readers. So, spend the time. Find a story you want to tell. Find a story you believe in. Find something that you think the world needs to know about, and then go from there. That's it for today. See you tomorrow.